Ink and Archives, a space where history breathes, narratives unfold, and the past steps forward with all its colors and complexity. If you're new here, I'm so glad you've joined me. And today, we are traveling back to one of the most extraordinary days in Tudor history, the day Anne Boleyn became the Queen of England. On a cool spring morning in 1533, London stirred with an energy it had not felt in years. Banners unfurled along the streets, trumpets rehearsed in the distance, and boats along the Thames glittered with fresh paint and gilded carvings. For the people of England, this day marked a spectacle, one of symbolism, politics, and undeniable drama. But for one woman, it marked the realization of a dream that had altered the course of a kingdom. This is the story of the day Anne Boleyn became the Queen of England. To understand the magnitude of this day, we must remember the years leading up to it. Anne Boleyn's rise was not a simple love story, nor a tale of ambition alone. It was a seismic shift in Tudor politics, religion, and identity. For 6 long years, England had watched the king struggle to annul his marriage to Catherine of Aragon. The question of succession, the whispers of reform, and the political storm between England and Rome had turned private desire into a public upheaval. By 1533, the tide had turned. Thomas Cranmer, newly appointed Archbishop of Canterbury, declared Henry's first marriage invalid. Anne, already pregnant, was recognized as his lawful wife. The path to her coronation was clear and irreversible. On the night before her coronation, Anne lodged at the Tower of London, not as a prisoner, but as a future queen. The same fortress that would one day seal her fate opened its gates in triumph for her arrival. Chroniclers noted that she was welcomed with great ceremony, greeted by Henry himself, who embraced her openly before the gathered crowd. For Anne, this moment was heavy with symbolism. She had returned to a place associated with power and dread, but tonight it shimmered with promise. The tower's cold stone walls, which she would come to know far too well, now stood witness to her highest triumph. The following day, 31st May 1533, Anne Boleyn stepped into history. Dressed in cloth of gold, her dark hair flowing beneath a delicate gold circlet, she embarked on a magnificent procession through London. Every street she passed had been transformed into a living celebration. Children recited verses, pageants burst into life at every corner, and fountains flowed with wine. Guilds, nobles, and ambassadors watched as she glided past with poised dignity. The reactions were mixed. Some cheered wholeheartedly, others whispered their dissent. But even the skeptics couldn't ignore the splendor. Anne's procession was deliberate, theatrical, and deeply symbolic, an assertion that she was queen not merely by marriage but by destiny. The heart of the day lay in Westminster Abbey. As Anne entered, the music soared, echoing off ancient stone. Her coronation was unique, not simply the crowning of a queen consort, but a ceremony affirming the new order of the English Church. Kneeling before Archbishop Cranmer, she received the crown of Saint Edward. The moment was layered with politics, triumph, and profound personal victory. When the crown touched her head, Anne Boleyn became the anointed Queen of England. It was a declaration of Henry's supremacy, England's break with Rome, and the ascendancy of the Boleyn faction. Whether celebrated or condemned, it could not be ignored. Outside, festivities continued. Banquets, tournaments, music, and celebrations spilled through the city. Yet, beneath the merriment, the nation remained divided. Many still saw Catherine as a rightful queen. Others questioned whether Anne's unborn child would finally give England a male heir. Still, nothing could diminish what this moment represented for Anne. She had survived years of scrutiny, hostility, and political maneuvering. She had claimed a crown few ever imagined she would wear. Chroniclers observed that she walked that day as though she had been born to it, regal, composed, and luminous beneath the gold circlet that framed her features. But history, with its sharp ironies, cast a shadow over this triumphant day. Standing at the height of her power, Anne could not know how brief her reign would be. The tower that welcomed her with celebration would someday receive her in silence, and the crown that fell like destiny would become a burden too heavy to hold. Her coronation is remembered today as both the zenith of her influence and the beginning of a tragic descent. The day Anne Boleyn became queen was not just a glittering Tudor pageant. It was a turning point, politically, religiously, and personally. It marked the culmination of a revolution that reshaped England's identity and altered its future forever. Anne's coronation shone brightly, filled with hope, promise, and a dazzling spectacle. But, like many brilliant moments in history, it was fleeting, and yet its impact endures. Thank you for watching, and thank you for being here at Ink and Archives. If you'd like to explore the full story in more depth, the complete essay is available on the blog. The link is given below in the description. I'll see you in the next video.